Even yuurih's uptick has been great recently, a fantastic RMR. So yeah, it definitely does sound the alarms for ENCE right now. After a fantastic Katowice, this team may not make another stage.
It's all to play for then as we get ready to head into Ancient. See their centerpiece of the ENCE squad, Glaive. This one matters to him a hell of a lot. A chance to progress on, to try and play in front of the home crowd, something he was able to bestow upon the rest of the Poles back in Katowice.
But at the end of the day, if they're not going to make it through the opening stage, they certainly weren't going to make it through the elimination stage. So it's do up or shut up right now for ENCE in this must-win map to stay alive. Fight in middle for many players on both sides, and the Brazilians come out on top. 4 strong in mid, and they find 3 kills instantly.
Oh, a really rough way for this one to open. It's only Kylar left. They're going to go back and check for him. They've spotted him now, and they just look to keep this aggression, swinging him together. They've got him boxed in over at Donut, and they'll finish the job there and then. Pistol round secured for FURIA. The good times keep rolling in for the Brazilians.
Yeah, Cello is loving his life right now. He's been bringing very good energy to this team, especially the Americas RMR as well, where FURIA just ran over everyone. They've always been best in the region, right? And I don't just mean South America, often North as well, for a long while, back in the online era. But at this event, we just question whether they're even the best Brazilian team. We have Pain already through 3-1. We have Imperial and Legacy fighting on. FURIA, they had something to play for starting 0-2 down for the BO3 sweep. This round looks easy. They're melting ENCE.
yuurih cooking up the Brazilian barbecue, man. He lights them up with the fire down towards ramp. And ENCE never even get to make it dent. This was a forced buy. They were all in on this round, and it's ended by util over towards ramp. That's like the best way your B defense could ever hope to go. You get a double kill thanks to the util. You know your job's done.
Yeah. No way in. No way out for ENCE. We need heroes to stand around Glaive right now to perform.
I mean, you really thought that, like, after that 1 HP, 1v2, I know we keep going back to it, but those are the rounds that normally have that impact, that lasting impression across the map. They can completely change the outcome of a series. But FURIA looked unfazed, and ENCE didn't get, like, crazy fired up on the back of it. They went on a bit of a streak. They won a few more clutches in there. Looking at Goofy for those.
And that's even with dycha playing far better than he has throughout this entire tournament, right? Bottom of the entire stats table. But I'd say his Mirage was decent. He had a solid B hold on CT side. Ooh, KSCERATO caught jumping, but it's all cleaned up in middle on this anti-eco. So yeah, it didn't feel like you could point to dycha and say that he was the problem on that last map. Just felt like FURIA were playing fantastic team CS, especially in that second half. Fallen even took a second round eco as well. He played USP there, so that just, or a third round rather, that screams to the confidence in his team at getting rid of those pistols. And now, if he wants, he can probably buy an orb. So he shall. Double MP9, orb, still 4 rifles for ENCE.
Back to this heavy mid-control for FURIA. Looking like they're going to couple it up with a lane take as well. This is a nice way to open up this first rifle round. They own mid, they own lane. And owns Goofy, and Kylar knocks them out of middle early with the MP9 spam. And out of all the ways this could have started your first rifle round, your chance to kind of put your best foot forward and look to recover this long streak of rounds that have been building up against you, you get wrecked by the worst gun that FURIA have.
Yeah, those MP9s and, well, Art specifically is always going to play fearless, but in a round like that, you may as well throw yourself in a close position. FURIA lobbed nades into B lane and rushed the ENCE smoke up at Heaven. They played like they had nothing to lose. And even though ENCE tried to punish that by nading the mid smoke and popping out, well, they're getting punished right back. Orb with a repeat, easy pickings for Fallen, and he has been playing great today. Does feel like player to player, FURIA have that firepower in this matchup, and we haven't seen ENCE match it yet. Hades finishes art on the A site, but Fallen's got his retreat locked out.
Ooh, one more, but Cello there ready to trade, so no crazy 1v5 from Hades. First rifle round taken, and it's very determined right now for FURIA, right? We kind of saw them get a bit celebratory towards the end of Mirage. The hype was certainly there, but come this second map, Fallen is being demanding of the squad. He wants them focused. He doesn't want careless mistakes here. I feel like Art across these BO3s especially has really kind of found his footing as well. You're still getting those like signature aggressive moves. Oftentimes his stat lines have looked good.
Especially in that Koi game, his entering was unbelievable on T side, so setting a real hot start for FURIA, who right now in this form, from watching the Koi game, from watching this match, it feels like they're believing in the 0-2 to 3-2 recovery. It's looking like a different team entirely to those opening games, to that embarrassment against Limvision. Fallen, fast fingers. Oh, often caught with a Molotov in hand, but it might not matter. His team have already cut down the mid-split. These rifles feast as KSCERATO finds 3, and there is absolutely no cause for concern on the CT side of Ancient so far.
Yeah, and already the alarm bells are going off. Like, KSCERATO wasn't even really required to step up and have any crazy moments on Mirage. For the most part, you were looking at really Cello to kind of be the one, the front man there. But now KSCERATO, it has awoken. You know, the real beast is out and in the server and roaming around and hungry for blood. 10-1 on KSCERATO off the top of this game. And that just adds even more firepower to this FURIA squad. Do ENCE have the manpower, the solutions to this?
Okay,
do they have the brain or the brawn?
Man with the brain is at the front line right now, and yuurih's getting flashed in, but that flash blinded him. Fallen's even gone through and back to the mid side, covering Art. This is a little uncomfortable for FURIA, even though it's by their own doing. Aggressive at Heaven. ENCE are ready to fight. They're ready for a response. Fallen's orb is the perfect solution, but he's aiming in the wrong place. And dycha nails the headshot. 5v3 now. No excuses for ENCE. They need this round.
Art should be dead here. That smoke in bottom mid is long since faded, and he exists on this tiny little island that gets pincered by Goofy. 5v2.
Easy.
FURIA might look to group here, and in doing so, they would send both players over towards B. That is currently where ENCE are leaning. That's where the bomb is. They also have a player out in A. Cello here alone was the Star Mirage, but wrapped on by dycha. ENCE are able to get so entrenched that there's no world where Cello could look to pick that up. And so a job well done for the ENCE squad, successfully shutting down this mid and lane aggression that has been paramount to FURIA's success in these rifle rounds.
Yeah, I like that FURIA still going for plays at 5-0, right? They're not like falling back into extremely passive setups. They can do now and see what ENCE have cooking on this T side, but it shows that FURIA are not scared. They're not playing to, survive in this game. They're playing to win. And we were getting the same taste on Mirage CT as well. Lots of nice setups. Fallen going for opening picks. And FURIA immediately call attack to straighten things out. Do have Hades AWP on the T side. Commonly going to see Fallen be very mobile on the CT side of this map. He likes his boosts at B as well, on long side, deep and close, to peek through the doors. These are all things ENCE will be aware of, that Hades has to factor in his openings. Instant door smoke can get FURIA some control.
Back to middle again. Good nades between Art and KSCERATO to snuff this one out, but Art tries to take it one step further, and it's that greed that gets the better of him there. Fallen also fed to Goofy on a tear in middle. They're going to try funnel even more players at him, but they arrive just too late. Goofy's got all this room now. posted back in the donut. A big round from Goofy. Will Cello have his number? Not clearing the back of the donut. The timing is weird. The plant denied. Goofy will make up for it with the fourth. yuurih temporarily has a 1v1 available right here, right now. And so for Goofy, it's put up or shut up. It's ace or nothing. yuurih through Temple, bomb at his feet. And Goofy has to nail the first shot he's given. He doesn't have the health to sustain a gunfight. Four in the round, but that's all he gets as yuurih picks up the 1v2 and keeps FURIA with a dominant lead under their belts.
That's disastrous. The play through the smoke to drop the bomb, and Goofy's doing nothing wrong, right? He feels like he's got great timing covering that. He still thinks a red smoke's up, but just letting his teammate fall. If that plant goes in before the planter dies, Hades doesn't need to move out of main. Goofy doesn't need to clutch that one-on-one. It's a very different looking round, but 4 kills on a mid-explosion for Goofy, and it's snuffed out. FURIA wearing their bomb vests, and they absolutely obliterate B ramp, expecting maybe a B rush for ENCE, but they're not that desperate, not yet. 6-1, this is a disastrous beginning for ENCE. No ifs, ands, or buts. Cello attempting to fight the ramp.
Yeah, it was some nice util here to kind of like stem the bleeding of this lane control. You get re-smoked in at the door, but they flash through it. They confirm that no one from FURIA has pushed down the ramp. They do know that Cello was hanging around over towards long, and they've dealt with him now. Yorpa Hades just holding this line, and yuurih, if he tries to back up, if he tries to change position, he will get fed to that AWP.
Nice smoke, it's going to buy time. They've actually got 3B as well.
Yeah, still for FURIA, you're left with this feeling that you're on a bit of a timer. You can't keep 3B forever. If ENCE were to go A, you lose the round. So they try to take some space, and in doing so, they walk right into dycha.
They know now.
yuurih really wanted that trade, really wanted a chance at dealing with dycha back in Jag, and he will lock in the kill at least. 30 seconds, you still have Goofy over towards main.
Is this going to be a super late A play? Like, get the smokes in, then Goofy activates? This is so delayed. 24 seconds. The bomb is going T-spawn. There is no room for error. If KSCERATO can survive, if he can block this play, he can win the round. But Goofy is here to silence him with a backstab. He's starting to run. They're getting desperate, but they will have the kill on the plate. The bomb's coming through. 10 seconds. yuurih, 1 kill will do it, but he misses his shot. And Goofy once again stands up. The cover is perfect. The timing is so close, but it's still around for ENCE.
And I mean, hats off to Goofy there, right? Doesn't let the bomb planter fall this time, does everything he can and then some to protect him. There was no margin for error. That one came down to the millisecond.
Oh, to make that call to rotate the bomb through T-spawn at 20 seconds? 25. The only reason they're doing it is because the only guaranteed safe path is A main. They know they have that. FURIA could be a mid, they could be in donut, and KSCERATO blocked it with molly smoke. So he almost caused problems there. Goofy's timing was not too late. Okay, Fallen saves and all, but otherwise, this is an empty bank account for FURIA on IOUs. So ENCE might be able to build into this half about now. I mean, they need to. It's now or never.
FURIA actually buy up around that saved orb.
Ooh. Very risky. Double eco either way, may as well help Fallen out. Full A execute.
So really, when you're looking at this, you need a 1-for-1 out of KSCERATO. If he gets nothing, the round is lost. Good flash, and Kylar opens up with the kill. FURIA will never even begin to rotate. They will never even move around. Now they might, especially because this plant's going to be a little late. The bomb was dropped back outside of main, which Glaive had to go back and get.
They don't know this.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're FURIA, you're just taking your chance to do this round again, right? They knew they were double eco. They get a second chance to play a stack. And this time they at least come in with an extra AK, so positionally, they shouldn't be winning that round, and they know their odds. So ENCE find 3. FURIA run it back once more. But is this like Mirage all over again, where FURIA start with a dominant lead and ENCE give us something to believe in the mid? But then it just dims. ENCE need the longevity here to take us to Vertigo, where they finally can be argued as clear favorites, at least on a map.
I like that awareness from Fallen. You see someone jumping across, you're like, okay, they're trying to bait me to fire and then knock this AWP out of the round, so he just doesn't even attempt the fight. I mean, you know, I think kind of build on what you just said in terms of it, you know, needing to be more than just this flash in the pan, or else it's going to feel just like Mirage. This is, you know, almost like a quality that Fallen has brought to the FURIA squad, the decision to go and save there in spite of finding the 4v4. Back in the day, you might have seen them, you know, look to give those sorts of rounds a go, and sometimes you'd see FURIA get in weird economic situations because of the overzealousness in rounds like that. But FURIA's got a kind of big picture, a grand design for how he wants this to play out. And so the save allows FURIA to keep this game competitive and keep the pressure on. Gives them a bit more longevity and that chance to bounce back. To make this only a small streak in the middle for ENCE.
They've really been just trying to deny ENCE's B control, calling their bluff with Yuto, and haven't pushed it since ENCE got in with their first round. Ooh, little flash play finally, but the molly is well timed by ENCE. It denies that aggro. And ENCE have been going through the door smoke, smoking the molly anyway. They don't fall for FURIA's tricks. Art, playing with fire.
Might have looked crazy, but doing that actually just saved his life. They peeked him from over towards heaven, and so if he didn't walk into that smoke, he would have been dead. He's allowed to get out and still play this round, thanks to that little voice in the back of his head that you know Art has.
A method to the madness. FURIA certainly believe in it, and right now the results are there. 6-3, a crucial round with KSCERATO. Wait, no, you're joking.
Oh no. Oh no.
The Fire Walker.
And now they think it's clear. KSCERATO will not get checked here. This is at least one, but it could be so much more than that. And he just holds the shot. Yeah. He can't hold it forever.
He tells his team, go B. This is a guaranteed setup right now. They're just grouping B with a mid-lug. He's killed the lug. Now he knows where everyone is.
And he even goes on to take it one step further. KSCERATO and his ability to walk through the fire, through the flames, looks to deliver FURIA salvation in a 7th. dycha dead on the cross-in, and it's only Hades left.
Oh, they are kicking themselves. That looked perfect, but it's maybe a molly. You throw in your prac and you go, yeah, that covers everything. Didn't stand in the corner. And a centimeter's difference, KSCERATO uproots the entire round. That really is just meant to be.
He had like fire above him. I don't understand how he's not burning there.
It's not global offensive, I'll tell you that. That would have burnt him on the other side of the map, but damn. Just a little gap, a little pocket, and KSCERATO zips it up. So nice.
And even losing around to that is really frustrating if you're ENCE, because now you're looking down the line and you're like, well, someone missed the molly and it looked dead on, like you're saying, but you're frustrated. That's essentially a bit of util, just slightly off the mark, and it costs you everything.
Yeah. All right, back to B then. 4 players taking some more speed. Hades has a spawn. He wants to use it, but FURIA have not played towards Cave in this TT side. And to finally work that out, they're taking it aggressively. Oh, denial of the ramp rush. And while Hades holds the line, dycha can clear the corners, get control of Cave. It's just looking like they want to hit B, but still 2 players on the other side of the map.
Not dead early. They learn about the AWP back in Cave. This gets very claustrophobic for these 2 FURIA players inside of B. You're ENCE, you know you've got them trapped, you've got them boxed in, and they're going to look for ways to get out of there.
Still A, but I don't know why. FURIA, for some reason, haven't rotated. They've still kept 2 at this site. KSCERATO's starting to lean back as it goes quiet, but this is far from a commitment. ENCE are just holding their feet firmly in this position. Now it's just Fallen.
Oh, hang on. KSCERATO now will run away.
Oh my goodness,
Fallen. The timing on that is brutal.
That's a round.
Oh, right place, right time, but just looks away as the exec comes in. The bomb's still milling around down at the bottom of mid, and that's nearly the lineup for KSCERATO that could have sent FURIA back in for this round.
Yeah. That's just disastrous. I don't know why he moves. What call did FURIA make? They already had KSCERATO clearing mid. In theory, there's a timing donut open, but it just feels unlikely. Maybe Fallen's scared of the potential A split. He wants to get back safely in Temple. That's just very unlucky. But ENCE make the most of it. They don't fumble. They use that cave control to just put the fear in FURIA. That we have so much space at B, we could execute at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, they're just amassing in A main. Shadow helps Cello save. As long as he doesn't swing.
Yeah, thankfully, you know, I think if that's like, you know, the way that they kind of uproot the entire game plan, that's one. If you're Fallen, hopefully you can just kind of shrug off a little bit. You know, you just tell yourself, well, that's Counter-Strike timings for you. He's been doing this a long time. He's had that happen before. Yeah. So, you know, I don't think that takes you out of it just yet.
Just feels like that was the round to make this game dominant versus tighter at the half. But they did it on Mirage with 7-5. They may have to do it again. Can ENCE find that final piece of the puzzle here on their T side?
Hades wanted the boost.
It's Molly's
one there to give it to him. So Hades instead just takes matters into his own hands, walks up the ramp, tries his hand at the opener. Cello, his life is being made very uncomfortable. They forced him into this corner. They should know that he's here, but no one's looking. Gets out with a double kill, and that repels the B play. Suddenly you're left hoping that someone overextends, someone feeds this AWP in at ramp. Goofy's calling, I'm all the way through A. I am in the back line right now, but everyone else is falling like flies.
It's a bomb.
Goofy can't do this alone. And even as he gets the drop on one man.
Wait a sec.
Oh, no. Gives one away. Hades gets him with his back turned, and now Goofy's moving back over to join up with the AWP. ENCE aren't out of the round yet, not by a long shot. yuurih waits back in cave, overran, overwhelmed. It's only KSCERATO left. Usually the player over towards Donut, and that's where Goofy came from. So what's the call here for ENCE? Do they play off the tendencies, or do they follow through with this B play? Walking it up the ramp, KSCERATO, right place, gonna have a chance at the 1v1, but Goofy annihilates him on the swing. And these A-lurks from Goofy have been so valuable to the ENCE squad. That one there, it felt like he kind of missed the window. It felt like it was too far gone already. But Goofy and Hades are able to make magic happen in that 2v4.
Yeah, that's after yuurih spams the bomb, forces Hades to recommit up ramp, and then he goes back and kills Art aggressing, trying to hunt down Goofy. Just a step too far. They're playing aggressive in B because they feel like they're being flanked. They feel like that A-lurker is back in CT. They're trying to confirm it. And FURIA walk into the waiting arms of Goofy. He has single-handedly given ENCE a chance in this map. He has won them both of their rounds in full buys. The ones that actually had implications. And now ENCE sit yet again, like Mirage, on 5. It's not a lot. But it's all they've got. FURIA have a lot of util.
Had loads of util. For a fast B-pop, and Hades deleted his Cello. Opens up, glorious double kill off of the Glock. And that should already be the round done.
Yeah.
That's the save call coming in for ENCE. Glaive is saying, I'm on a big backstab, I'm on a big wrap round, but unless he cooks up a kill right here, right now, they can't justify going for this. KSCERATO out on a bit of an island will get dropped.
But nothing to lose in trying.
Glaive keeping the pressure on. Teammate in now behind him, Fallen holding on a ramp, and he'll rein them in, him and Cello.
Oh my god. There is no sanctuary on this map. There is no safety for dycha. Dead as a doorknob, 8-5. FURIA find it yet again. Dude, Cello has played phenomenal in this series today. This is a guy when he got brought in, the roles didn't feel right, he didn't look comfortable, felt like a downgrade. But the longer in this team, the better games we've been getting out of Cello. It's not just the vibe checks that we constantly see, the energy he brings, but he's been performing as well. Top of the server right now. Was fantastic on Mirage on that CT side especially. And there's no force in the books for ENCE to full eco. FURIA majority outside of the A site. So call it 9-5. Their job is done.
Chance for Cello to sweeten the deal here, and it's clinically done. Not only the 2 kills, but the info that this stack has moved down through ramp. And so FURIA are able to just run home. Oh my god, Cello. Leave him alone, man. There's smokes there.
Hurry up, Hades, they say. They're calling him. Oh. Oh.
There we go. Yuurih knew he was there somewhere. Just had to retrace his steps. And look, man, every time he looks to his left, you just see the beaming smile of Cello, the guy top fragging and carrying you to the win right now. It's got to instill some belief. It's got to instill some confidence, and it feels like it has for FURIA.
Yeah, for ENCE, it's just stress, man. This is a team that had a dominant display at their debut in Katowice, carrying themselves all the way to the playoffs run. Rounds away from beating Falcons in those semis or quarters rather, and yeah, it's been a fall from grace ever since. The RMR was fantastic for ENCE. A team that felt like it was built for the major circuit. But this may be where their story ends. Oh, okay. Of course, Cello recovers that. And it goes from bad to worse.
Glaive's not really a guy you associate too much as being one to crumble under the pressure, but I don't know, I feel like something's changed here on this second map. He certainly had his moments on Mirage. He had that big clutch round here. He's looked out of it. Seemingly never a good time on home soil. Poles are desperately trying to recover this round, trying to do right by their captain. And they've been able to get it to a 4v3 at least. Around the corner they go. They keep this aggression moving down the ramp. And FURIA were not ready for it all over again, just up in their face.
I like the backup as well. Just play it together, play it in the bomb sites. 4-on-2, the time is ticking. They re-aggress elsewhere, and the pressure is on FURIA. There's no way to save this round, you'd like to think. Hades finds another. It's only KSCERATO, and he's been a monster, but even he knows this one's too far gone. Just save the AK for later. So ENCE, something shown in this CT side. They do right by Glaive, who just goes waltzing through ramp smoke. They will find the round in his absence. Counter-terrorists win. The only Astralis era player to qualify for that Copenhagen major. Everyone else left behind in the dust.
I mean, these were some really slick mid-round moves. They're not like emblematic of a team that feel like this has gotten away from them yet, right? That's not like a push from desperation. That's very calculated in terms of how they do it. And so I hope, we can get a bit more out of that out of ENCE before all is said and done here.
It's scary because they got through the util at top mid, but Argo's blinding through the smoke before anyone's ready to help him out. Cello has a smoke down, but he wasn't anywhere close enough. That's right on the money. Kyler trades through the smoke. KSCERATO had no business winning that fight. 3-on-3. FURIA have been given a lifeline.
He's walking aggro up through main.
This is the bomb.
And doesn't want to give this one away. Checks for Hades, gets him trapped in main. KSCERATO's moving in. Hades has got to make a stand here or get the hell out, and he'll go for the latter. Uses that brief moment to reconvene with Goofy inside of the site, and that's when FURIA changed their mind. When you see players that deep through main, you anticipate it was going to be the A play. It was the bomb spotted. But this is a nice reposition, more mid-round grouping out of ENCE, and it's looking to serve them well. Hades and Goofy, a killer piece, and just a lonely KSCERATO to be cut down over in middle. Goofy continues a hot streak here for ENCE.
Yeah, I do enjoy how ENCE are playing on CT side. Like when they keep going for these two-man pushes all over the map. They did it at B, double down ramp, drop the bomb, back up into the site, re-aggro cave. They're just constantly trying to play these trade setups and push FURIA on awkward timings. As soon as Hades gets out, they go back for donuts. They never want FURIA to know what's up, because FURIA, they spot Hades that deep, they know there's going to be a second to A. So they try and rotate quick out. So ENCE are giving us reason to believe here on the CT side. Playing very mobile, playing very optimistic. That's what they need right now. Kylo with a nice spray. It's only pistols for FURIA, and they should be made quick work of.
Yeah, nice, easy cleanup here. And so a one-round game after all. FURIA don't want to watch this lead turn to dust before their very eyes, but they might not be given a choice here. It's ENCE in the driver's seat once we've hit this second half.
3 in a row, but let's see them do it on another gun round. I will put them in pole position. And with the Vertigo as the third, as we open this map by saying, that's where the core of this ENCE squad have found their infamy.
Something a little more stripped back for FURIA, fast in towards main. dycha lobbing in util really softens them up, and he even opens with that kill on a Fallen. Can't keep the good times rolling in, but buys a bit more time for Kylar to get set up inside of the site.
Almost.
He won't escape. No good deed going unpunished here in the A play.
Wave is so far forward with the spam from CT. I'd love to just have seen him get activated there. No one was even considering it.
He's 4-13. I don't think he's feeling that confidence to go for that right now. He's just going to hang out in the temple.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a bit quiet here, there's still doubt about it. ENCE have a third player at B who now needs to hurry that rotation. Bomb's stuck. They don't have donut though. It's not like FURIA are super comfortable, and that will make it worse. Glaive comes swinging before any of his team.
Yeah, that one's a little odd. If he wasn't willing to go for it earlier in the round, to go for it then seems crazy when you still have Hades so far removed, so far away. Can Goofy be that hero again? Doing all he can to bring ENCE back into the fold. Art, low on health, has to clutch this up, but he can't get away. And so ENCE will tie this up. They pull through in spite of Glaive giving away that advantage in the retake. Hades and Goofy will deliver.
It's got to feel good for Glaive knowing, at least in this map, he can rely on his squad. It felt like they were letting him down at times in Mirage, but we're getting Goofy just mauling FURIA right now in this map. And Hades coming through with a saving grace clutch. Poor. Right as that molly falls short as well, you felt like that let Art in, and you never want to give that guy room. A desperate buy for FURIA as well. They put money in on Art. They've still saved for later. A plant will relieve the tension, but without it, there will be players lacking. God, look at the gap at B as well. If Cello just walked through that smoke, he'd have the sight. FURIA have at least bounded out middle. Kylar in the window. No orb. No one's been able to really establish money. I say that Hades has 9 grand. But with how mobile ENCE have been playing, I don't feel like the Orb's really going to fit into some of these double pushes they're doing in mid-rounds. Glaive's up in main. Dycha's jiggling mid. That enforces a triple B hold. Oh, KSCERATO. Bad to worse. Feels like Glaive can't catch a break.
I mean, this has been one of these maps where Glaive's not played into it. ENCE doing this for Glaive. They want to try and bring him back into the picture, and they want to show they've got his back through and through. KSCERATO double kill to open. Oh, extends that lead, that advantage in this one. Kylar dead as million-mile-an-hour peak. Nails him on that swing.
Wow.
And Hades left far too far away to have any say in how this one goes down. FURIA from nowhere in a round where they had 2 rifles to fall back on have secured double digits.
Yeah, even though KSCERATO got 2 kills, ENCE didn't budge. They didn't move a muscle. So FURIA still walking into B felt pretty worrying there. Like, ENCE still had a chance, but not with Art hitting shots like that. Fantastic peek onto Kylar, and Hades will not survive the night. No save today. And even if he wants to buy an AWP, it will come at the cost of dropping his teammates now. That's a question poised. Nice lurk for KSCERATO, finds the weak point. It feels like FURIA know Glaive's playing A. They know he's having a tough time, and they're here to abuse that. Hades does buy an AWP. He's dropped 1 gun. And it's ENCE with a timeout now. And maybe their final chance, their last hurrah here in Copenhagen. If FURIA just piece together these final blows.
There is this classic, FURIA deception. In the round where they had nothing to lose, they could gain it all. But now the riches are right there for the taking. That's often where FURIA feel like they're under the most pressure, where those mistakes get made. Bringing out the MAC-10.
Oh dear.
You already know what that means. Heavy lean over towards B. They don't want to leave much to the imagination in this one. There's no faking over in mid. There's no taking of A main. There's no backup plan for FURIA. This one has to work over at this B site. Art leads the way. Goofy, blind, run out by the MAC-10, will get shut down. Follow up from Cello, and this one's starting to come undone. Glaive with the reply, with support from Kylar. Glaive, who sat bottom of the board with an MP9 in a corner, has somehow flipped the script on this round. The man they forgot about, the one angle that went unchecked. And it might be the one that takes it away, unless KSCERATO can stake his claim here and now. Glaive's the one to get past. Glaive the man to beat. Hades moves in on the KSCERATO! Destroys their dreams here and now!
5v3 to 3-on-1 to clutch for KSCERATO. That will haunt ENCE.
Right when you think they've done enough, they've recovered this unwinnable round. ENCE thought they'd done it there and then.
That's a heartbreaker. That kills any faith.
And they will never understand how KSCERATO just did that to them in their elimination match. But we saw it and we were there. KSCERATO with a phenomenal clutch. And that's put all the energy in FURIA, all the faith in FURIA. They are in control of this one till the end.
And again, the perfect call. FURIA just walk out of A main, because where has the hole been in this CT side? Glaive pushed straight into the donut, and this is already 12 rounds. This is already elimination point for ENCE. They can throw their bodies through the smoke. They can stack their nades. It matters not.
Hard hit by the nade stack, but able to go blow for blow with it. This should just be a formality for FURIA. It should be. Made a little dicey with that kill there, and we've seen them fall down to the pistols, but not in this round. Not now.
Not when it matters.
And so FURIA have got 3 chances to walk this one over the line.
Unbelievable. And to do it in 2 if they can as well. Sure, ENCE had a heroic start of the year, but it might have just been a honeymoon phase. FURIA, quite the inverse. From 0-2 down, looking to pull this all the way back to that final chance at the elimination stage tomorrow. Can they finish ENCE? Can they kick them while they're down? yuurih looks towards B. The entry comes to him. Goofy, the top performer, removed immediately, and it's scramble. It's a panic, but it's also a gamble. ENCE don't know. The A site's open.
And just like that, with that rotate from Hades, with that kill coming through, that looks to be the beginning of the end here. ENCE are scrambling bodies around. They're flustered. They feel like this got away from them the moment that clutch did. And now it's all coming undone. Art and Fallen set up, back in Temple, ready to lock this one down, ready to send ENCE packing. After Denmark robbed FURIA at their home major, Brazil bites back twice as hard in Copenhagen. And the last remnant of the greats from Denmark's era in Glaive is wiped off the map in the opening stage of the major.
Unbelievable win for FURIA. I think Cello is